James filling us in quite a bit on what's happening in Iran, and we have a Fox News alert now. Israel hinting it may take some sort of action because of 2 Iranian warships planning to sail to Syria through the Suez Canal. You take a look at the map right there. Remember, Syria is an ally of Iran. Israel, obviously, is not. Jim Walsh is an international security expert at MIT. He's spent considerable time inside Iran, and he's joining us on the phone. So, Jim, we talked a little bit about the unrest in Iran. Now Israel's response to these reports of ships going through the Suez Canal. What do you make of this?
Well, I think it's a clever but potentially very dangerous move on Iran's part. You know, as an analyst, you always want to ask, why is someone doing something and why are they doing it now? And it's very early, but here's my guess. As John just reported, there are spreading protests in the Middle East, and there are domestic tensions in Iran, and the announcement that they're going to put the Green Movement leaders on trial. So by Iran taking this action, it helps change the subject. It changes the discussion from the protest to an Israeli-Iranian conflict. Secondly, it may be a way to unify the country, because it's always easier to unify a divided country if you have an external enemy. And then finally, I think it's clever in that Iran is putting its rivals in sort of a tough place, because it's picking a fight with Israel right now at a time when there's a lot of domestic unhappiness in these countries, in Bahrain, in Jordan, elsewhere. And it's hard for those Arab countries to criticize Iran if Iran is picking a fight with Israel. So I think it's all tied to the sort of domestic politics within Iran, but that's my guess. This is just breaking news.
It certainly is, and we thank you very much for your reaction on it. We only have about 30 seconds right now. Just to mention Egypt here, and the fact that there's still a forming government and a lot of uncertainty about Egypt's future relationship with Israel. Iran must be watching that. How do you think that's affecting their choices right now?
Well, I think it does. Again, I think the main driver is domestic. On Egypt, I think the groups have a lot of demands, both domestic and foreign policy demands. It's going to be easier for them to get the military to change domestic policy than it is for them to change their foreign policy. So I don't expect big changes soon on that front within Egypt.
All right. Certainly a story we're continuing to watch. Jim, we thank you very much.